hello there. Didn't see you come in.
Alright.
Welcome to Apocrypha episode 18. Today is
Drunk Doctor Who.
November 20th.
2025.
2025, that year.
And
so if you're watching this in 2026.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I'm Heather, this is Holden.
That's me.
I'm still in the not drinking 100 days.
Drinking Slurpees.
Yeah, we had Slurpees, now I have tea, and he has Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
What's in the Slurpee cup? Alright, today
get the rest of the ice.
We're still going through the Apocrypha because I'm not drinking. So we did the Mindgame Saga.
I like this one a lot.
You did?
Very
Excellent.
good.
Excellent.
Get the Terrence Dix, Uncle Terry.
Uncle Terry
was a writer on this?
Yep. Okay, so there's two parts to this. If you'll see, it says includes Mindgame and Mindgame Trilogy. They're two separate episodes, two separate deals. But we watched them both because you got here early thanks to the weather.
So the Mindgame Saga is in 2 parts, and part 2 is in 3 parts, and part 2 of part 2 is in 3 parts.
Yes, actually, he's correct. So the first part is Mindgame, and it is
penultimate.
Yep, I don't want to be disparaging, but it's big time fan fiction.
Yeah,
that first part, it's like
disparaging.
No, well, I don't want to be disparaging, but it's very fan fiction-y. Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, well, it's like, let me take 3 different alien races. Let's put them in this cell. Let's tell them they have to fight each other to death and see what they do.
Why not?
It was very straightforward, very simple, very, I don't know.
We need more of that. Of all the convoluted things they did. We got this third-party people. They got Terrence Dix to do the writing. They got the rights to Sontarans and Draconians. When did we see the Draconians?
Towards the end of Pertwee.
I don't even remember them.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay, like the
do they all have that blonde beard in 2 parts?
No, not all of them, and I forgot my notebook.
Oh,
pardon me. You remember there was that section. There were a couple of stories back to back. We had the Draconians in one serial, and then it went directly into the Daleks in the next serial. Right around towards the end of Pertwee.
Vaguely.
Okay.
Vaguely.
Well, I've got my notebook, see if I can find it.
But they're back. The Draconians are back, along with the Sontarans and Ace. But she's not playing Ace. But my conspiracy theory is that this is Ace's character. She goes by a pseudonym or like a fake name, becomes a mercenary. Spoiler, after that, she then becomes that dryad person from the other Apocrypha, from the Green Planet. I'm saying this is actually Ace. But that
is Ace.
Right, but the character Ace, going by a different name as a mercenary.
She never states her name.
And then, it did in the credits. Or was that the actress's name?
No, yeah, Aldred, the actress.
The pilot, okay. They never say the Draconian's name either. But the Sontaran has a name. He's the most important one. Lieutenant Sarg.
Well, let me see if I can find
I think they should have gone with Sergeant Sarg.
Frontier in Space, and then Planet of the Daleks. Remember, Frontier in Space was the one where they were trying to get the Draconians and the humans to fight each other. And then you find out it was the Daleks trying to fight each other. And they go directly into Planet of the Daleks. Stories number 67 and 68. That's where we see the Draconians is mostly in Frontier in Space.
Cool. Do we ever see the Draconians again?
I don't think so.
They have weird, giant, human skin foreheads. With, what's that one plant that's green with the bumps? Artichoke? They have artichoke heads.
Okay. To be fair,
dorsal fin right there.
Like I said, not to be derogatory, but the first part is very, very straightforward and very simple. Some alien being is kidnapping a Sontaran, sticks him in the cell, kidnaps a Draconian, sticks him in the cell, kidnaps humans, sticks her in the cell.
Mm-hmm.
And then tells them they have to fight to the death so he can figure out which one is the most likely species for them to team up with to take over the galaxy.
Very technologically advanced werewolf. It looks like a werewolf.
Yeah, basically.
We never got a name for that species.
Actually, it looks very much like... Yeah, we didn't get a name for the species. It very much looks like Fifi. Out of... Paradise Towers? No.
Yeah.
The one with... remember the lady with the dog, Fifi? And the one with the Candyman?
Paradise Towers was the one with the cannibal ladies.
Yes, and the Kang, red Kangs and blue Kangs and all that. This was
that was a big beastie, right?
Right, but it was a different one. It was let's see.
That tea is fragrant. I can smell it.
All right, the one with...
It smells like tea.
Oh, the Happiness Patrol.
Happiness Patrol. I remember that Happiness Patrol.
Okay, so you remember the Candyman downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Well, you remember the lady, and she had the dog Fifi?
The evil lady. Yeah.
Yeah, that big, weird, freaky looking... That's kind of like what this alien looked like, was that dog Fifi, if you remember that.
Yeah,
the vicious is that dog, yeah. Huh. Okay. Anyway, so...
They first abduct a Santaran. Right. He shows up, he's very mad. He has this weird little 3-fingered pistol.
Oh,
and there's he's in a cell with no door, but there's this big mirror screen.
So it turns out later on to be a door.
He starts banging on it, and that doesn't do much. Except it kind of does. He damages the set.
And then knocks him out.
Yeah, and then he points his gun at it, his gun disappears, and then a camera effect happens. He's out cold. That's when the Draconian shows up. He's also abducted. He goes, oh, there's a Santaran on the floor. He pokes him. Santaran wakes up. He's Sarg. His name's Sarg. The only name we get.
Well, and the Draconian's weapon disappears, and then...
Yeah, he pulls the knife.
Right, and then same exact thing for Ace. She shows up.
That was the same knife they used for the duel to the death.
Was
this green-handled knife?
Oh, okay.
And what they did was they made 2 more knives like it with black handles. And he's the one that picks up the green-handled one again, which was his original. Yeah. So they're like, that's a knife, we'll just make 2 more. Like, they cloned the knife.
Right. So, anyway. So, the Santaran's willing to fight to the death.
Yeah.
The Ace, the human, and the Draconian aren't willing to.
Yeah.
They're like, no. We fight for our honor. She's a mercenary. She fights for whoever pays her, but they're not willing to fight for this guy's amusement.
Mercenaries code.
Yeah.
Honor among thieves.
So eventually he forces them to fight to the death. But they apparently off screen had gotten together and decided.
Yeah, when did they? So he's surveying them.
I think when they had the Santaran on the floor and they were kind of whispering.
They said, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So they convinced him to play along.
They said, if you fight against us, we'll unite forces and you'll be the one to die.
Yeah.
And then off screen they whisper in the plot of, let's pretend to all fight.
Oh, where'd the Sharpie go?
Oh, I put it back over there.
Oh, okay.
Do you need it?
Oh, I was just going to write up there, Mindgame and Mindgame Trilogy.
Yeah.
All right.
Part 2 is Trilogy.
Yeah. Okay, so eventually he thinks this weird werewolf creature guy thinks he convinces him to fight to the death. They make a show of it, and it's over pretty quickly. She throws her jacket over the Santaran, pretends to hit him on the back of the neck, which incapacitates or kills the Santaran. It's that pro-big hole right there, right? Then
I like to think that's like a cloaca, and they do everything out of that hole.
Yeah, actually, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
go to the
that. There's not particularly any waste, but I'm guessing it does go out that hole.
Well, yeah, because they charge like a battery.
Yeah, and apparently they all do the charging at the exact same time, which stops entire armies on the battlefield. It's stupid.
That comes in later. Portable charger.
I think that was medicine for him, but okay. Possibly a portable charger. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so she knocks out the Centauran supposedly, and then supposedly the Draconian knifes her
in the back.
Yep.
Very honorable.
Oh yeah. And then the guy, the werewolf thing, shows up, and he's like, "Oh, you have been so blessed because you've seen." And then up jump the Centauran and they overpower the werewolf guy.
Take away his giant foam gun.
Yeah, he's got this big old
red.
Not even quite a rifle. Looks more like a bazooka.
Red Riding rifle.
Yeah.
BB gun. Like a potato cannon. Just looks like.
So he's like, "Well, I'm going to escape here, and you're going to die because this asteroid, which was in the void between dimensions, will cease to exist if the experiments failed." And I've already said the experiments failed, so it's on a countdown timer. And she's like, "Well, you know what? Take this message back with you." And she shoots him as he's teleporting out, and he dies. Yeah. Let's see. And then keep going. They have to go up and do the. She has to figure out how to send them back.
The mirror door open. They go up to the control room. They see the countdown, and they go first in, first out. Oh, I get it. I just need to reverse the polarity.
Yay!
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Reverse the polarity.
She reverses the polarity. First
Big
one
Doctor
in,
Who joke.
First one in, first one out. So they send the Centauran down to the cell first.
Which is funny because they never mentioned the Centauran showed up first. To her.
Oh yeah, she didn't know that.
Right. But
that's another thing they whispered when they had
essentially.
Yeah. That's right.
Let's see.
And then
Mindgame and Mindgame Trilogy. Alright, so she zaps them all back to where they're supposed to be. 1, 2, 3. She has to do a delay on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the sense that Draconian was heavily coming on to her right before she forced him to go and get teleported back?
I think the Centauran was too.
Not so much the Centauran. The Centauran was... the Centaurans are very asexual, but that Draconian leans in and is like, "Yeah, you would not be as easy to ignore," and like leaning in and then kissing the hand, not so much, but the whole rest of it was really kind of a little creepy.
I noticed they're all leaning in because of the view distance on the camera. They're all shoulder to shoulder all the time.
Well, it's very much.
And when she sits next to him, she's like right next to him, so they can both be on camera.
Well, it's a small set. There's only 2 rooms in this set.
Yeah.
And the little spiral staircase. That's all they have.
Very efficient.
But it's very much tight stage direction, where they're all looking at the camera, talking to the guy, and they're all facing there.
Yeah.
Same thing happens earlier, where the Draconian is looking straight ahead at the camera, and the Centauran's here talking to him. It's very stage direction-y.
Yeah.
Where you want the audience to be included in on everything, which was good because the eye rolls and the facial expressions on the Draconian were fantastic.
Yeah, he had a lot of good acting with his. It can't be easy with the giant prosthetic artichoke head face.
Right. So anyway, she manages to teleport all 3 of them back.
Yep.
And they go back to from whence they came. Literally, it's that straightforward and simple. End of Mindgame. The only other weird parts where they were talking about
half an hour.
Yeah, it's 33 minutes. Boom, done.
What weird part?
The only weird parts were, well, why are we here? Well, look at the bed. We're going to be here a long time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe are we going to starve to death and see who's willing to eat whom? That kind of stuff. And well,
the Centauran's like, I don't eat people.
Yeah, I don't eat. I've got my probic vet. And when was your last recharge?
It's due soon.
Another one is due soon. Yeah. He realizes he's not in great shape in this scenario.
Yeah.
And then they all go back, and literally this was released in 1998. Mindgame Trilogy was released in 1999.
Oh.
So
did they film it at like the end of the year in '93?
I don't know when they
98?
filmed it, but they were both released towards the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
So I think they got back the actors because you notice at least the Suntarn suit is pretty much the same. And I think her clothes were different, but definitely the Draconians was different.
The same dirty jumper suit.
Well, remember,
just
she didn't
left
have
her
the jacket on.
She left that behind. She
Right.
got portaled out with the...
But the Draconians outfit was very different.
He's in a prisoner suit.
Right. So I think they were not filmed together. I think they were filmed at different times. Because they were released a year apart. I think the first one did well enough that they said, well, what would happen when they went back?
Yeah.
And then they did the second one.
They could have gotten a completely different actor for the Draconian and Sard. We wouldn't even know.
The Draconians'
Except in the
manner
credits.
was incredibly similar. I mean, there's no way not to. Yeah, and of course, Ace was Ace.
Ace was Ace.
Okay. To Mind Game's credit, the story was very straightforward and simple. The acting was really good, and the makeup was fantastic.
Yeah.
They got the Suntarn perfect. They got the Draconian perfect.
Yeah, even when the Suntarn's wounded later on, and you see it on his face, and then the makeup on...
Well, that's
on
in the trilogy, yeah.
The stab on Ace's back when they're fake fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good makeup.
Yeah.
I even like the CGI. It's very very 90s CGI.
Yeah, primitive by the modern day, but 30 years ago that was pretty good, yeah. But no, it's like a lot of these third-party deals...
Nostalgic feel to it.
Yeah. A lot of the third-party deals, especially the earlier ones, they're trying to do this, that, or the other, and it's very rudimentary.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as good as a show, but the Suntarn and the Draconian in this were just as good as the TV show.
Yeah, it felt like a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, a bottle episode, a very limited one, yeah. But yeah, it was... the production values were very high, despite the problem of the small sets.
Yeah. I mean, the production in general, they got Terrence Dix. They got the rights to the Suntarn and the Draconians. They got Ace. So
although
the cast alone and the rights to the...
Yeah, and I'm not sure they ever say... I don't think they ever say her name. So in theory, she is some other human, which we have to expect because Ace does come back in the main show, but she dies in the trilogy.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. She comes back and...
we have to assume this is a different character. Same actress. Just the same way she was a different character in The Stranger.
No, still the same character.
No.
Yeah,
I know your
Ace
theory, but...
becomes a mercenary and then dies and comes back as a dryad because she is in the gravitational pull of that green planet and it sucked her spirit up.
And then goes on to start a charity organization.
Before she became a mercenary.
No, this would be after. She's definitely older.
We just pretend that they're not.
No,
all the doctors.
No, she comes back in the main show as Ace. So this is a different mercenary character, come to think of it. Alright, and the whole thing is steeped, especially the Mind Game Trilogy, is steeped heavily in Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Like so many quotes from Shakespeare. They've got the completed works of Shakespeare featured. Let's see. Okay, so anything else about Mind Game that you want to mention before we move on to Mind Game Trilogy?
I got some questions about the trilogy.
Okay, so we go to the trilogy, and it's called a trilogy not because it's the third in the parts. It's the second after Mind Game, but because there's 3 parts to it. One, you see the Suntarn first because he was the first one in the cell, the first one that went back.
Yep.
And you see what becomes of him. Then you see what becomes of the Draconian, and then you see what becomes of the not Ace.
Yeah.
Mercenary. Okay, so starting off with this Suntarn, he shows up back to the same battlefield he was teleported out of.
Yeah.
Although it seems the battle has left that particular part of the battlefield where he was leading the charge. He then gets mortally wounded.
Yeah.
And he goes on an incredibly Shakespearean, King Lear kind of diatribe. Just goes off soliloquy. Just goes off on this long soliloquy.
I thought that was the weakest part because he's basically just recapping the entire events of.
I know, and wasn't that annoying?
Yeah, it's like we just watched it. It goes over everything that happened.
But he does.
He's basically doing our job.
But he does have some revelations while he's going through it.
Those are the parts I like.
Yeah,
Santaran heart changing.
Right, he's like, oh, I did this with this human and this draconian, and we overcame this other race that wanted to have us kill each other. And you know what? For a time, they were my comrades in arms, and it actually worked. It was actually better for us to work together than to fight each other.
Yeah,
and
which goes against the entire
Santar and anything. Yeah. And he spills his guts into this thing, and it's about 15 minutes of
recap.
Of recap and of figuring things out. And there's a few bits of showing some decent sci-fi battlefield scene.
Yeah, bits. I like the little ships and the.
Yeah. And then finally he leaps up and decides it's time to die and fires out at the Rutons and
croutons.
We've
seen the Rutons before.
Once. That was in Fang Rock. Was it the lighthouse at Fang Rock or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the one time we saw the Rutons. That weird, not squid.
I like the lighthouse episode.
Yeah,
it's very eldritchy.
Yeah, very eldritchy, and everybody dies except the doctor and the companion. But the Ruton was there, and it looked like a giant slime monster.
Changes Leela's eye color.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, he he has these revelations. He has this understanding that maybe the Santaran way isn't the way to go. And then he leaps up, starts firing at the Rutons, gets killed.
Yeah.
And then another Santaran.
The very best part is the pinnacle of his revolution. They're listening to the playback of him saying, maybe there's another way to the Santar. He just steps on the recorder.
Yeah, destroys the recording. And then shoots.
Sacrilege.
Then shoots him as he's dying. Yeah. It's like, what an ignominious way to go,
Yeah. Tragic.
Oh, man. And the second part is the part with the Draconian. And this is the most Shakespearean, not only because he's got the book, The Complete Works of Shakespeare, but because he continuously quotes Shakespeare in his soliloquy.
Yeah.
And because the whole everything out of it is very King Lear and Macbeth and all that, the way he just presents it all.
Mm-hmm.
The language he uses, it's like a fan of Shakespeare and a fan of Doctor Who just said, I'm going to write this the way Shakespeare would have written Doctor Who.
I think I like the Santaran one more than the Draconian one. The Draconian one just seems kind of long-winded.
Well, and they divide that one into 3 acts the way a Shakespeare play would be.
3 acts, and he takes a long time describing.
Once again, it's about 15, 20 minutes, yeah.
It felt longer than the Santaran one, yeah. Basically, he's just griping about how he's getting exiled.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on in the first place, but
because of a book?
Yeah, so a love of his, a female Draconian, sent him a book of the complete works of Shakespeare.
How did they get the book? A human book?
Okay.
A foreign book, that's why he was exiled.
My guess is that the experience with
Ace?
With not Ace, with the mercenary, made him interested in human culture.
Ah.
And so she sent him that she somehow had procured because he was interested, and he fell in love with the human ideas that were encapsulated in the book. Mm-hmm. And to be very fair, the Draconians are very much based off of Japanese.
Yeah.
Hence the Emperor and all that.
Yeah.
And the Code of Honor and all that other stuff. And he would have found so much of that inside of Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah, so she sends him the book, he falls in love with the book, but their ideas of revolution, their ideas of bringing down the king in some cases, they're ideas that are antithetical to the draconian way. So
and it's foreign.
Yeah. So he gets exiled, banished to some small, scrabbly moon somewhere where he can barely eke out an existence. Think, Papillon. When they're outside the prison, but they're old men on the rock, allowed to live in the little huts, but they can barely eke out existence. That's what I'm picturing.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, good movie, Papillon. I would not put it on the list because it is very slow and long, but it's a classic.
What's the movie where this guy and his brothers are in a spaceship and they're little rovers and he has a garden and they take their dirt bikes and they run over his garden in the spaceship and then they die?
It's not his brothers.
Does he jettison them?
It's his co-workers.
He kills them.
And then the robots help him tend the garden.
Yeah, and then he's grief-stricken about killing his coworkers?
Well, something like that, yeah, but they,
And then he leaves the robot to tend to the garden as he's...
So, in the movie, the planet Earth is barren,
Yeah.
and the last of the plants and everything have been sent out into space to be kept in the greenhouse, right?
Yeah.
The spaceship. And the spaceship's supposedly getting recalled to Earth. They can't afford to keep the spaceship going anymore, and they've recalled them all so they can destroy them. And he's like, nope, we're going to keep this going. And so he kills the other guys with the help of the robots, and he's fighting for the plants and stuff. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. The Silent Running.
Silent Running.
I think that's it.
Nice.
Classic sci-fi film.
Uh-huh.
In the 60s and early 70s, pre-Star Wars, science fiction films had an idea. And the idea was the point of the film. Not a bunch of action, not a bunch of drama and stuff. It was that idea. Like Fahrenheit 451, they burned the books, right?
Soylent Green books?
Yeah.
They're not far from burning people.
Yeah. Soylent Green. Yeah.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green
is people.
Right, that's the whole idea. Rollerball, the corporations took over and there's no individual freedom left anymore, and that's the whole idea. It's all of that. And in this, it was the idea of one man trying to preserve the very last of nature. So
I like that.
So all those movies are fairly slow. All those movies take time to build the world. But like I said, science fiction wasn't really action until Star Wars, you know?
That's why Star Wars was so successful.
Yeah.
Sci-fi with action?
Yeah.
Laser swords?
Yeah. 2001: A Space Odyssey, very slow. But the whole idea, the whole concept of something else directing mankind's ascendancy into what we are, what we were then, what we are now, and what we will become. You know, it's all the idea.
Did I tell you about, I was watching a scene of Soylent Green on YouTube, and YouTube censorship has gotten so bizarre that people just take bizarre efforts to be suggested on the algorithm, making as placid content as possible. So the clip from Soylent Green was the scene where there's actual meat, like a steak, and they censored it. They pixelated the steak.
What?
It's like real meat, food. This is high dollar, high price.
Well, no, I know
it's all pixelated.
I know during the
They're like, this could offend a vegan.
I know during the pandemic, you couldn't say COVID.
Oh yeah.
So they would demonetize it. So several people I watch would say that the cough or something similar, right? The recent unpleasantness or whatever. And lately you can't say suicide. So I've seen
sewer slide.
No. He unalived himself.
That's a big one. Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell kind of, Orwellian statement is that?
Yeah.
Unalived himself. We have a word for that, instead of the entire phrase. It's silly. I mean, we don't have to worry about it. We'll never be monetized.
Now our video is not going to get suggested to people.
Like it was.
We said the naughty words.
Oh, speaking of which, hello, Angel. We've got our 75th subscriber today.
Hey. So in spirit
shout out.
of Thanksgiving, I know we butt heads with the viewers a lot. I like to argue with the commenters. I think someone told me not to wear my hat backwards.
Oh yeah,
I told them to buzz off. But in all seriousness, it's the holidays. I just want to say we're very thankful for every one of our subscribers. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching.
Although it's not
Here's
quite
to
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'm thankful for you.
Speaking of which, obviously no video next Thursday because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is our Thanksgiving video.
Well, we are doing the two-part.
2 parts?
We did do Mindgame and Mindgame Trilogy.
Yeah.
For Mindgame Saga.
Yeah.
So we're covering both episodes tonight anyway.
Oh, okay. So that works.
Alright.
So pause this, come back a week later, and finish the second half of the video.
We've already done most of the... Alright. Anyway, tangents. Alright. So, the second one, he goes out, he does a good 15-20 minutes, very Shakespearean. Like almost down to the these and thous, but not quite. But very, very Macbeth, very King Lear. And he talks about being exiled, and I'm sure it's out of one of the Shakespearean plays, basically what he did. I don't know which one. I don't know them that well. But, at the very end, in case you weren't 100% sure, they show the title of the book that he fell in love with, and it's the complete works of Shakespeare.
It's a thick old book.
Yeah, well, he wrote a lot of plays and sonnets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get to the third part, which is the not ace, mercenary.
This one was my favorite.
She... she's the least Shakespearean connected. I'm not sure if there's a parallel for any of the characters in Shakespeare or any of the plays for her, but it's the mercenary goes back and she's stuck in her ship, and
it opens with her mayday calls not being responded
ejecting
to.
the fusion powers because it's going to explode.
Yeah, and she ejects the core of the ship. Later she explains that when she dematerialized from the asteroid prison, she came back to her control cockpit probably just a few seconds.
But during that few seconds, nobody was controlling the ship.
Yeah. and she was disoriented when she came back. And right at that moment, they get ambushed. This one's called a scout ship. Scout pilot.
Something like that, yeah.
So that's how her ship's damaged. And then it starts off with her crying mayday, ejecting the pods, the core of the ship. And then it's just a really dark... The whole thing takes it from the point of view of her cockpit cameras.
Right, and she's got one camera that's recording her log.
Yeah.
The same way the Santaran was recording into that Mayday beacon, and the Draconian was recording into the closed-circuit television camera into a cell. As well as speaking directly to the audience.
That's why I think he's the weaker one. He's looking directly at the camera. I kept expecting him to pan over and there'd be another prisoner that he was just expositioning to.
Well, to be fair,
he's talking to us.
To be fair, Ace is talking half the time into her log camera, but she's also talking several times directly at us.
No, she's talking to herself.
Well, you could say the exact same thing.
She's not
about
looking
the
her eyes in the camera, I don't think.
But anyway,
it's more organic.
True. She's running out of oxygen. She doesn't have much life support. She's trying to figure out
plenty of coolant.
Yeah, plenty of coolant.
Why is there so much coolant and not enough oxygen?
Yeah. And she, at one point, she ended up receiving a concussion in the blast. Yeah. There's blood. At one point, she thinks she's talking to her dead mother.
Yeah.
And a couple other weird things. And she finally has to make the decision whether to suffocate or to shoot herself with her hand pistol.
It's really dark. And there are these moments where she's crying, "It's not fair, it's not fair." And then later she goes back to her black box camera pilot. What's that thing called? The pilot's black box?
The log.
Yeah.
Camera, the log.
The thing. Captain's log.
Yeah.
She goes, I have a concussion. Just
ignore some
please
of that
redact some of that. I thought I saw one.
Sorry.
And then she ends up doing the pistol.
Yeah, she ends up
as
shooting
her
herself.
life support's running out. Which I'd probably do too. Suffocating sounds miserable. Very slow.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
So then it shows the ship from the outside, which I guess is a camera on the wing of the plane or something.
I think they're just showing the ship.
Yeah, they show the ship. They go back in. It's been, I don't know, however long after the act's been done, and she's all frozen over, and life support's run out, and she's...
Yeah.
We don't know if her ship ever gets recovered or not. If anyone sees
just
the log.
floating out into space, yeah.
So then that's the really dark conclusion to 3 of the individual stories that were in Mindgame.
Right. 2 of them die. One of them dies in battle, but not quite, because he gets shot by his own guy.
Yeah.
She ends up dying, killing herself, because she's dying.
Yeah.
And then the other guy gets exiled, and I mean, none of their fates are great.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought the Draconian was the most melodramatic about it.
Well,
He's like, I like to talk.
he fell in love with Shakespeare.
And now I have no audience.
Yeah.
What a cruel punishment.
He fell in love with
It's
Shakespeare.
like, not as bad as Ace's.
So Mindgame was August 1st of 98, and Mindgame Trilogy was August 1st of 99.
Okay.
So this was the real time. They were the ones that made wartime and downtime, and they obviously their production values keep getting better.
Yeah.
So when we go back to the odd times, we'll flip back to BBV.
And then it'll be not as good.
Well, no, the probe one we just watched. No, not probe. The unit one we just watched. The odd times was pretty decent.
Was good. Yeah. BBV's stepping it up.
Yeah, real time keeps getting better. BBV keeps getting better, but BBV doesn't get as good as quickly as real time did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Strangers were just pretty budgeted.
Really low budget. Yeah. But once again, they kept getting better, and anything was better than wartime. Yeah. Okay, so 3 parts to trilogy, hence the trilogy, and then the 3 acts in the middle part.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other questions or whatever did you have about the trilogy? You mentioned a moment ago.
Who was the Draconian talking to? Which we kind of covered. And we covered the book. Where'd the book come from? Who did he get it from?
Yeah, he got it from a female friend of his.
I think that's about it.
Okay. And once again, the Draconians, like the Japanese...
So very good.
Well, the Japanese are the last...
Imperial is the last empire.
Well, they've got the last person who claims emperor, okay? Mm-hmm. The title of emperor. But also, it's the last male-centric dynastical deal, because you can only leave the throne to a male heir.
Yeah, and in part 2, he's lamenting about what his punishment might be. It's like, I could just be stripped of all my ranks and titles. A woman! I'll be no better.
Yeah, no better than a woman. Once again, that is their society, for better or for worse.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole interplay in the first Mindgame with Ace and not Ace and the Draconian. Where
I still think he was heavily hitting on her right at the end. The Centaur, not so much. He was just noticing, and her hair and her thorax are fine, or okay. Yeah. But no, that Draconian is leaning in at that one point. It's like, oh, okay, dude. But yeah, anyway, interesting, pretty good. The production values were great. Very dark on the trilogy. Like Mindgame was very hopeful on all of it.
They all get out.
They succeed, they all get out. In the trilogy, 2 of them die, one of them's exiled and banished, and thanks, great. It's like one of those sequels that completely undo what the original did, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Austin Powers. the second one, in the end of the first one, he gets married.
Oh yeah.
To what's based in the second one, she turns out to be
She's
a
a
fembot.
robot.
Yeah, it's like, oh man. So he can go out and hang out with the American lady.
Yeah, it's the James Bond trope where he has a different woman every movie.
Well, yeah, but at the end of the first one,
The
he got
happy
married.
ending
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
that was
man.
funny. It was good. I liked Austin.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I guess that's everything. No Doctor Who news.
No news.
We're still waiting on season 13 to be released here. We're still waiting on the exact dates for the War Between the Land and the Sea to be announced. Still waiting on any announcements on. Supposedly, I explained about the charity organization that's buying some of the old collections of the people who are passing away in their estates. To try and recover lost episodes. So we're waiting on announcements about lost episodes, waiting on announcements about animations, waiting on announcements for the last the last 9 seasons of the classic Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
But the 23rd of November,
That's coming up.
which is
3 more sleeps.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is the anniversary of Doctor Who.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 23rd of November, 1963. A lot of people are expecting an announcement about the missing episodes. What that charity organization may have found.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see, and we may have some good news when we do our next podcast.
Which anniversary is this?
63 to 25. This is the 62nd anniversary
62nd.
Coming up on Sunday for Doctor Who.
So in 4 more years, we'll get another 10-year anniversary special where they bring all the doctors back. They do that every 10 years?
They do, but this is the 62nd anniversary. This will be.
Oh, I thought you said 60.
62nd.
Okay, so 8 more years.
8 more years, yeah.
I misheard.
I was like, wait a minute. So no, yeah, we just had the 60th, which David Tennant did the specials as the 14th Doctor. And then we had the...
They didn't bring all the doctors back? Like a whole bunch of them?
Yes and no. They did for what I consider the 60th anniversary special, which is the Power of the Doctor, which is Whittaker's final episode, which was her best episode.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do anything like that for the anniversary specials. Yeah, the only thing that was multi-Doctor about it whatsoever was Gatwa shows up. So...
That's
really,
strange.
yeah, it's weird. It's one of the reasons because all of the anniversaries are pretty much multi-Doctor specials. The 40th anniversary being the only exception because that was the Scream of the Shankla because it was off the air at the time.
Yeah.
And they did the animated bit instead. All the other ones are multi-Doctor specials. But they did bring back the other Doctors for what aired during the 60th anniversary year, which was The Power of the Doctor.
How strange.
Yeah, which is why I consider that the 60th anniversary. And it's much better, actually, than the specials. So, but anyway, eventually, we will hopefully get the 70th anniversary specials. And we'll probably still be doing this podcast.
Yeah. 8 more years.
Or the 70th anniversary, the 10 Doctors or something. And God willing, Tom Baker will still be alive.
He's still...
Tom Baker's still alive, yeah.
He did a charity thing? He put on his doctor outfit again?
He has...
That was on the group text. That's where I saw that.
Yeah. Tom Baker has shown up back in the show.
His little paint palette pendant.
Yeah. Well, you saw him for the 30th anniversary deal for the Dimensions in Time.
Yeah.
You remember? With everybody had everything and it happened so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he does show up for the 50th anniversary.
Cool.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the 60th?
No. No, he turned down the 60th. All of the other 20th century doctors who were still alive were in the power of the Doctor, but he wasn't. He had turned it down. He's just 86 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty much done with acting. He doesn't even do the audios anymore.
Oh.
He did the audios for a long time, and they're still releasing his audios. But before he completely super retired, he did several of them. They've got years worth of to release.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he did the same thing for, they've got still the Key of Time season of his to release, season 16. And he's done all the bonus tracks for that, all the commentaries and everything, for everything he could be involved in, before he passes away.
Did you hear about, I don't remember which actor it was, but they filmed a movie that's set to release in like 25, like 100 years from now. And it was for like this like brandy company. So they filmed a whole movie and then they just put it in the vault to be released.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's weird.
Yeah, I thought it was neat. A weird time capsule thing.
Yeah, I don't know. AI will probably figure it all out long before it happens.
Yeah, all AI movies.
Yeah. But anyway, hopefully in 2 weeks when we have our next episode, hopefully, when we'll go to Auton 2.
Autons.
Hopefully we will have some more Doctor Who news thanks to an announcement on this Doctor Who anniversary.
Yeah, post-holidays. So
yeah, well, post-Thanksgiving, but before Christmas and New
Christmas,
Year's. Yeah. Because that'll hopefully be like December 5th or something, 4th. Alright.
Happy holidays.
Cool. Happy holidays.
Watching.
Oh, there was somebody on Rumble actually that asked me, he said, you're talking about this Doctor Who stuff. I have not been able to find. He said this to Auton, right?
You heard it here first.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you heard it here first.
And he was like, where'd you get this and stuff? And I'm like, well, I mean, these are Region 1 encoded, or alternatively, 0 region encoded, which is you can play them on any region deal. I don't know if this stuff is still available per se, because I got it years ago.
Oh.
But he says you just haven't been able to find it. But yeah, we've got all this stuff down here, Autons and all that. Yeah. Mind Games, Probe, all of that, at least at one point, was available and may still be able to find it. But as you see, I keep showing all the DVD covers. This is not a mock-up. This is real. Feel free to use it, go online and see if it's still available. If it's not still in production, maybe off of eBay, which is where I picked up a lot of the old Doctor Who stuff that had gone out of print. Yeah, several of the old classic stories would go out of print and they come out with a special edition, which had been remastered or what have you. Yeah. Better quality material. Well, when they started doing the Blu-rays, they took a bunch of stuff out of print. And I'm like, well, let's see if they come out with the remastered. I could buy it all now or I could wait. Yeah. And they didn't. Oh. And then I had to go and I had to buy about 10 of them at $100 or so a pop to complete the collection.
Pricey.
Yeah, because they were out of print. And I could have waited for the Blu-rays, but I didn't want to. I wanted to have them and buy the Blu-rays. So. Yeah. Anyway, that's what Ubering money gets you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Anyway, but yes, hopefully you can still find these. They do exist. At least they were in production and available at one point, and hopefully you can still find them on secondhand stuff, eBay and what have you. All right. And you can watch them too. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you so much. See you in a couple weeks. Happy Thanksgiving.